So this is the part right here where when you're going towards the end of the canyon, and this isn't all that far out, but you get to this place where there's slick rock and the water is much lower right now than it was when I was out here with the snow, quite a bit lower. You can see how low it is. So you go down the slick rock, and I think this right here might mark the water level, so you can tell it's quite a bit lower. And you walk across this slick rock, and you get to this big rock here, which is where I missed the mark on the way back. And then you see when you get here that you don't cross the trail, or the water, which is where I was crossing it all the time before, but you'll see what I mean. You go across here, and you see that there's a trail that picks up. You see these steps, and then you continue on the trail without crossing the creek. So then you go up the steps, and you keep going along, and you see the trail. Now on the way back, what happened was I came around this way, and remember there's snow too, and this is what you see. So you go down, and now keep in mind that just about every time, except for this time, that you get to the water's edge, you're crossing the creek. Now I see this big rock sticking out. It's jutting out right here. And you get right to this point, and you don't see a trail. Well, there's a couple people up there, but you don't see any trail at all from this point of view. So you get here, and you assume that you cross the creek, because especially in the snow, there's a trail up there, and you could really see it. It showed. So each time, several times, I was crossing the creek, looking for places over here that I could cross, and I remember the deep spot over there. It was just continually crossing right here. And there's some really deep spots in there that I would cross, or not cross, and I'd be looking for places. So this is another reason, once it got pitch black at night, I wasn't about to cross. I think this is where I was crossing. It was right over here, because you can see that you go down here, and you go on to this. I'm not going to do it today, I don't have my boots with me. But you can see that really deep spot, and then how it gets really deep, and there's a more shallow spot there. So I was crossing there. I remember that spot that I pulled myself up onto, and then there's trail. So that's what I was doing. And so now I'm going to show you, though, as I go across and where I go across, how, in fact, as I walk here, I'm going to tell you what, that there were several people already today, just in the short amount of time that I've been here, that were getting lost coming around. They were coming this way across this area right here. And you can see what the creek looks like. And across. And they were getting lost over here. They were coming over here because they saw the trail, and they were totally missing the other side. And you can see what I was missing. So I was coming back from there and coming across the creek like I just did, and then I keep going around. And from this angle, you still can't see. So even if you got across, it doesn't look like there's a trail there. This is where I parked my butt the night that I was out in the wilderness, and but I could not figure out where I was missing the mark. So I come up and I go on this trail. Of course, there was lots of snow then. You come up this trail, and there's a number of them that will take you this way. And you want to go to the left because I was coming that way. So there's a trail, and you go to the left. And now, in the wintertime, of course, there's snow all around, and it's really nice and warm today. But you go so far, and you're walking, you know you're going the right way because you feel it. And at this time, too, my GPS, remember, had stopped tracking me. It's not tracking me much at all today. I've been trying. And you get to the spot, and the trail totally just ends. And so it just ends, and then you turn around and you go back the other way. And this is the log that I showed you a little earlier with a video that I tripped over when I was trying to use another trail. So I remember that completely now. This is the trail that I'm just showing you, this one. It ended, and so when I came back, I kept going back and forth. And then at some point, I tried a different trail, which is the one that this thing goes over, and got to my tree. So once I was lost and tripped over this thing in the winter snow, because it was underneath that log was underneath and I couldn't see it. Then I was going this way, and then I just at that point had to find some place to park my butt. So I did. And And then I could see the stars at night, and it was pretty incredible.